So here is our new candle studio, or just the bedroom that we transformed into the area that holds all of the candle making stuff now. So this is our old bedroom. So let me just show you real fast before I go through everything. So we have our closet door right over here, and then we have our door that leads out to the living room. So I don't really know how many square feet this is, maybe like 250 or something like that, 300. I'm not really good with square feet. It's a relatively decent sized room. Of course, it is smaller than the space we had out there, but it has made a world of difference in terms of just not being around constantly all of the work stuff in the living room every single day. I have enjoyed it a lot more, but I do understand it has made this space a little bit smaller, but still enough space to work in. So in total, there are 3 racks in this room. So these are the racks that we got from Lowe's, and I'll just go over here first. So here is a rack where all of the shipping boxes are on, and a lot of the packing materials that we use for the shipping process. So right there, down there at the bottom to the left, we have the packing peanuts, and then we have the white crinkle cut paper that we use for orders and packing things up. We have different size boxes that we use. We have USPS boxes, padded flat rate envelopes, and then we also have the gift boxes up here as well that we get from Uline. Pretty much everything that you see right here is from Uline, except for the USPS branded boxes and envelopes that we have. So we have everything on this shelf, and Chris really went through and did all of this and organized it to his liking, because he is the main one that is doing a lot of the shipping and pouring candles and all that kind of stuff. So we have all of that on this shelf just to make it really simple. And then I will go in that door as soon as I'm done going through everything in this room. But on this shelf over here is a lot of supplies. So we have waxes, we have different tester jars, as you can see, test jars. We have clear Cali jars, which I use sometimes for testing in videos, which has been helpful. And then we also have some candle warmers that we sell at markets, some tins. So a lot of more of like the vessels and stuff like that goes on here. This fan right here is an industrial fan, and it helps a lot to kind of get the scent out of the room and to help kind of the flow of the, like the airflow of the room is very helpful. And then right up there, let me see if I can bring this down a little bit so you can kind of see. It's really bright with that light right there. So this all right here is actually my replica surfaces, so that's photography stuff. So I believe also up here I do have some photography stuff as well. And these are all, I have so many of them, these are all the replica surfaces photo boards that I use for product photography. And I've gotten a few requests to go through and kind of show how I do my product photography. So I think I have that down in my list of different video ideas. And then we have just packing tape, we have paper towels, because paper towels are used a lot with candle making. And then of course we have the respirators. I always wear a respirator. Chris sometimes wears a respirator. It's just more uncomfortable for him, but I have to wear it. I can only wear it. And then right here, we have our box sizes that we use for wholesale. So we have different box sizes over here depending on the different wholesale orders that we have going out, and then which box sizes we need depending on how big or small the wholesale order is. And then over here, we have our stainless steel table, again, that we got from Uline. It's been really nice. It's, of course, very sturdy. It can hold up to all of these digiboils. I think the only thing that we've been struggling with moving everything into this room in terms of like the power. So I think we've had many times of having these pots on at the same time and having surges going through. We do have surge protectors though on all of them, but we have like a really kind of powerful one right there of a surge protector, and then we have another surge protector for the other one. So I think that we need to get that kind of really heavy duty surge protector for the other one to help protect it and give it, you know, I guess more like they can handle more power, I guess. But it's right by the window to try to help with the actual, you know, airflow, getting it out, all the wax melt and the candle scents and all that outside of the room. And these are all 3 digiboils. They all hold different waxes that we use for candles and wax melts. We have pouring pitchers, and then all of them also have the scales as well. So all of them have scales, and then pouring pitchers, we have a heat gun, thermometer, we have the double boiler back there because sometimes we just need to use that for a few different things that we need to make. And then right down at the bottom, we do have the piston funnels. So piston funnels down here, and that is just to make it a lot easier to actually go through and pour the candles. And then down here is just a bunch of samples of fragrance oils. And then over here, I am just kind of going through and testing out a bunch of different scents, and I may just throw them up on my website and see if they sell, just as kind of like a limited edition kind of thing. So this is the actual pouring station, where if you watch any of my other candle studio videos, I have, it actually used to be right next to my kitchen, but now it is right there in the bedroom. So this is the open window right there. And then this is the area over here where we keep all of the shipping materials as well. So packing tape, fragile stickers, got some wick trimmers and some Sharpies and pens and just different stickers on there that can hang on to there. And then some extra tables, a step ladder in case we need it for some reason. And then this table right here, this folding table, I recently got another one from Amazon as well. They work really, really well as a pouring table because it's so flat. So if you've ever poured on a folding table before, you probably have noticed as well that there is kind of like a bowing effect to it, which can really affect the leveling of your candles. So this table right here that we get from Amazon, it's really, really nice. It's pretty dang flat for what it is. And I believe we also take one of these tables to the market as well. And then right down here, this is a box that we have had for probably over a year now from Uline. I think he recently tried to like add some tape to it to keep it in decent shape, but it's just a big recycle bin. And it helps a lot when there's different boxes that we're opening all the time and trash and just different things that we have. So being able to have a big box like that is really, really helpful. And then this shelf over here just kind of has more supplies up at the top. So we got a big peanut bag up there. We also have Uline crinkle cut paper. It says pink on there because we had ordered a pink one last time or last year for Mother's Day. So we're going to reuse that again for this year. And then we also have some jars up there that we're testing, as well as we do have all of these pull-out drawers that are used for samples. And I finally went through and all of these drawers have individual samples, so we know exactly which one we're picking when we're picking the different scent to send out in orders. So we want to be able to know which one. I know in the past I've always said, oh, I just kind of try to look at the package and try to see which one is which. And we've just made it very simple and created these drawers right there just to kind of cut down on that process right there. And then we also have some bags from Uline, the sample bags that we use for the actual samples. And then we do have the tops to the Cali jars right there as well. And then I believe this is just, so those ones down there, these are actually the clamshell molds for the wax melts. And then I don't believe there's anything else on the other side down there. So this is also kind of storage and kind of a little testing shelf up there as well. And then this area over here is the area that holds the printer, the Dymo. We kind of combine that together and we're able to hook up the Dymo to the computer. So that makes it a lot easier to be able to print out just from this area and not having to always grab my laptop to print out shipping labels. So we have that here, the computer, packing tape, all that kind of stuff over here. I've gone through these drawers in other videos before, but I will just kind of briefly go over everything. So up here, there is just a lot of different paper. There is the cards that we use for the thank you cards. So that is these ones right over here. And then we also have regular like printer paper in there as well. And then we have a bunch of wicks in here. So that is in that drawer. A lot of the wicks that we use for our candles, so CDN2s are in there. I believe these ones are just a bunch of tester wicks, so a bunch of wicks that we don't use, but they're in there. And then same with this drawer as well. So those ones are just a bunch of wicks that are not being used at the moment. I believe those are actually eco ones, and I've been needing to list them up on my website in case any of you guys are wanting to purchase those ones. This one right here is a tools drawer. So we got a hammer, you know, batteries, that kind of drawer in there. I think extra filters for the respirator as well. I went and got folders because I realized that I really just like having folders. I like being organized in, you know, certain situations where I'm needing to, you know, have papers and take them somewhere. And then this is all of the tops to the candle. So these are all the custom wick holders. As always, I will leave a link to the Etsy shop where I get those custom made, and I'll also put it on the screen right now as well so you can see. Down here, just have some, what are these things called? Clothespins. I swear those are amazing for so many different things. I'm going to be doing some more testing on the 9-ounce straight-sided jars because I'm really looking into doing a soy 10 candle making course. And I just love those jars so much, and it makes it so easy to just use these as wick holders. They also work really well for other things in the house, like chip clips and all that kind of stuff. They work really well for that. And then we just have an empty drawer down there for something else. And then this is the folder that we have all of the labels for. So all of these are labeled and all of the labels are organized. These are all the blank ones down here. Again, I will have a link to the video of me fully going through this in case you're interested in how I store my candle labels for my business to make sure that everything is organized. So we have all these drawers over here. These are Alex drawers from IKEA. And then this tabletop is also from IKEA as well. The, what is that called? The filing cabinet is from Staples. So that is where I got everything over there. And then pretty much the only thing left is just over here, but there's just tools over here. So this is the tool that we use to actually put the wicks down for the candles. And then these drawers over here are more for just a bunch of miscellaneous things. So this right here is actually foot warmers. So if you guys have ever seen like the hot warmer things, these are actually for your feet. I hate being cold. Oh, it's like, so these are hot hands if you guys have ever seen those ones. I hate being cold, and I've used those before at markets when it's been really cold. And they're kind of uncomfortable to step on, but they do actually work to take away the really, really cold feeling. And then this right here is actually a scale that we recently got for wholesale orders. I really, really, really like it because you can have this over here and it'll tell you the weight, and you can just put it over here. So it's not like an actual scale to where we've used our scale before, which is not digital. And it's been very challenging trying to get an accurate weight for wholesale packages, but this has made it a million times easier to do that. And then this drawer is just thank you bags for the markets. I believe just tissue paper underneath that. We have the poly mailers also for shipping purposes. And then we have some manila envelopes, some different notebooks in there. And then I believe that is stuff for Chris's gaming consoles and everything like that. We do have some like whiteboards and stuff over there that we would love to hang up and put somewhere in here. And then I think the last place that I need to show you is actually in here, which is where we keep all of our finished products as well as our fragrance oil. So let me turn this up so you guys can see everything in here. So this is all of our wax melts. So we have our wax melt holder in here. This is also something that we got from Uline. And this just holds all of our wax melts really, really well. I was really happy when we found out that we could fit this in here. And then we just have all of our finished product in here. Fragrance oil down at the bottom. Those are the big jugs of fragrance oil all along there. And then this is how Chris really likes to put it on the shelf. He likes to do kind of like a triangle formation on it, and then also have these stacks on the side of the smaller tins. So this is where we decided to fit everything in here. And it actually works really, really well because again, it's kind of helping to keep the scent in here without having it be open all the time, so we can close it and not have it be so overwhelming, even though with a smaller space, it's definitely a little bit more overwhelming than how it was out there. But overall, it works really well for us for what we're able to do right now, where our living situation is, and just trying to make it work. That's pretty much what we've been doing the whole time, is just make it work with what we have in our small apartment, and then basically turning the rest of the apartment into a studio. So we have our bed out there. You know, there's no door that separates our bed from the kitchen or anything like that. It is just pretty much just a studio apartment now with a little extra bedroom for a workshop for the candles. So this is our studio that we have. I wanted to make sure that I could take you through a little tour of how we were able to make everything work in this smaller space, and hopefully give any of you ideas on how to store your stuff if you have a very small space to store everything. And I highly recommend to get racks like this, because the more that you can build up and store up, it's going to save you a lot more space than trying to just have a lot of things that are lower. So always try to stack, you know, a little bit higher, just making sure everything is safe. So Chris always likes to distribute things by putting the heaviest things on bottom and then lighter things on top to make sure that it is, you know, has the stability on the bottom to be able to hold everything. But I think that is going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, if you enjoyed seeing all this, make sure to leave this video a big thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at Memory Box Candle Co. And I will see you in my next video.